In the field of communication, Ericsson, Nokia, and Qualcomm, the old European and American companies, have always mastered a large number of core patents. Other communication companies want to use these patented technologies and must pay a large amount of patent fees to Qualcomm, Nokia, and other companies. Because they monopolize most of the core patents that cannot be circumvented, companies such as Qualcomm and Nokia charge high patent fees unscrupulously, and some companies even call the patent fees paid to Qualcomm tax because Qualcomm charges the percentage of patent fees is high. In order to break the technical blockade of European and American companies in the field of communications, Huawei invested a lot of money in technology research and development in the field of communications. In the end, Huawei successfully overtook in the 5G field and became the first company in the world to realize commercial 5G. The company that shipped the most 5G equipment. Although Huawei also collects patent fees, the proportion of patent fees charged by Huawei is relatively low, which is fully in line with international standards. Therefore, many companies and even foreign media have expressed their admiration for Huawei's behavior. Seeing that Huawei has broken the technological blockade of the United States in the 5G field, it has broken into the comfort zone of the United States. Biden also began to suppress Huawei, not only including Huawei in the entity list, but also framing Huawei's 5G equipment as a security risk backdoor, forcing US and EU telecom operators to dismantle Huawei's 5G equipment. Huawei has done well and sat upright, and has repeatedly expressed its willingness to accept relevant investigations, but the United States has turned a blind eye to Huawei's statement, just blindly emphasizing that Huawei has hidden security backdoors. However, what people did not expect is that recently there has been news that it is not Huawei that has security risks, but Qualcomm, an American communications company that has been attacking Huawei. Recently, China Mobile announced the winning bid for 5G network construction from 2021 to 2022. Among them, Huawei did not get any share. Instead, Qualcomm won about 50% of the winning bid share, and Zheguang Shunrui won 42% share. After this data came out, it attracted the attention of many netizens. Many people did not understand why Huawei did not get any share due to its strong technical advantages in the 5G field. In fact, China Mobile's choice of Qualcomm is more due to technical considerations, because this bidding mainly purchases 5G chips. Huawei and other Chinese communication manufacturers cannot find chip foundry companies to be responsible for chips because they are included in the list of entities. Foundry, so chips cannot be shipped. However, this incident also aroused people's attention to the 5G field and Qualcomm. Some people also raised a question, that is, will Qualcomm leak the data of Chinese users? This kind of worry is not without reason. After all, the United States has already stolen user data more than once, and the United States has regarded chip competition as a kind of war, and it is not uncommon to use spy in war. Possible. As early as 2 years ago, many people discovered that external attackers could obtain user data by monitoring changes in Intel CPU power. Although this vulnerability was later fixed, Intel's behavior of obtaining Chinese user data through the back door has never been stopped. In April this year, security researchers from relevant Chinese institutions discovered the backdoor of Intel's x86-based CPU chips. Recently, Qualcomm has also been found to have leaked user data. According to the latest news, Qualcomm has recently been exposed that its Snapdragon series chips have backdoors and user data theft. In this regard, the German security agency issued a warning: any network device equipped with Qualcomm Snapdragon series chips is facing the risk of data theft. Unknown risks. According to the findings of the security agency, Qualcomm's stealing of user data can bypass the equipped operating system and security software, and only need to have a network device nearby or within the range of Bluetooth or Wi-Fi signals to send data to the United States. In this regard, Qualcomm's executives also directly and publicly acknowledged the existence of this behavior. Qualcomm stated that it was for the sake of the national security of the United States. Qualcomm's statement directly aroused the dissatisfaction of many consumers. After all, Qualcomm will send a large number of mobile phones to the United States without the consent of users. These data will not only be used by the US government, FBI, and a series of intelligence agencies, but also may face the risk of data leakage. These data are the privacy of users, and Qualcomm's behavior is no different from stealing user privacy. From this point of view, the reason why the United States wants to suppress Huawei's development is not because of the so-called backdoor of Huawei's security risks, but because if users all use Huawei's communication equipment, then the United States has no way to use it to obtain users' information. The United States thief shouting "Stop thief" is shocking. In fact, there are not a few acts of stealing user data in the United States. In addition to Qualcomm, many products provided by American technology companies also steal user information. Before that, there were many news about American phone hacking. The United States will focus on eavesdropping and monitoring the relevant data of users who have close ties with foreign countries. This kind of stealing of user information by the United States has happened many times. Even though many countries have resolutely resisted this kind of behavior by the United States, the United States still goes its own way. It is no wonder that so many people call the United States the Matrix. In order to protect the information security of domestic users, China still needs to quickly develop its own high-tech products such as communication equipment and mobile phone chips. Only by avoiding the use of American products can information leakage be avoided.